All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Chainsaw Man, Episode 7. Embrace Eternity!
Yes.
Denji.
The jump.
Exactly, yeah. How do I know when I'm Chainsaw Man? Well, that's the thing, Denji. You don't. It's a leap of faith. What's up, Denji? Yeah.
What's up, Denji?
Yeah, what's up, Denji? I love it.
Oh my god, yes, I love it. I can't not just get thrown back into that scene. Wow, well done. I love that we're kind of getting into the like episodic mini adventure kind of thing going on right now, but it's still tied to the Gun Devil, but bringing in kind of a lot of Aki and Himeno's backstory into this to be
Good
like,
stuff.
That's why Aki's like, no, I need this dumbass.
Yep.
Because
he's
gonna make
kill him.
shit happen.
Even though he's one of them and we absolutely can't trust him, damn it, he's sticking with us.
Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, that's cool, bro, but I'm gonna make a jump into this.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this is going to go exactly, because I feel like either, like you were saying in the previous episode, the jump itself, by definition, kind of like won the situation.
Yep.
Either that, or we're about to get into the trippiest, weirdest fight ever as Denji tries to cut out from the inside of the Eternity Devil. Yeah, like how would that even work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You attack it conceptually, of course.
That's right.
But we got some awesome comments from the last episode with the code Denji Did It. Thank you all for these. C-Tune fan number 1 saying, one subtle thing I love about this episode is that after Aki plays that prank on the lady who slapped Himeno, a heartbeat is added to the backing music. After that, Himeno is acting more friendly and jokingly around him. It's implying that Aki's act of revenge for her sake brought back that bit of Himeno's heart that died after all her other partners were killed.
That's good
stuff.
stuff.
This anime is an incredible production.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's that attention to detail, right?
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Mariva ASMR saying, I love how Kobeni and Arai I love having Kobeni and Arai around because they're really the only two sane characters in the squad right now. The fact that they do freak out so terribly and go kind of insane just shows how normal they are compared to the characters who either don't care or are pleasantly pleased with the situation. Yeah. The idea that we have human characters that freak out is a thing that is becoming more and more common in anime, and is something that I'm very much here for when handled in moderation, because it is something that is very realistic. And sometimes we need to be reminded every once in a while that the stories that are unrealistic anime worlds and settings involved are still supposed to be characters that we have to believe.
And it doesn't just have to be for scared Desu-chan or Eternal Virgin or whatever. It can also be for the Giga Chads with the wide shoulders and strong jaws and all of that stuff that are like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Kobeni is a great character because she's the closest audience surrogate, worrying about ground level stuff like having a job or literally staying alive compared to everyone's more esoteric concerns.
Esoteric, yes.
And final one from Spiral Jumper. When Denji falls asleep, Aki gives him a shocked and incredulous look that is very important and informs his decision to take the knife for Denji. We see in the flashback Himeno passing down wisdom from her master. It's not the brave devil hunters that devils fear. It's the crazy ones. And in that moment, Aki got his final confirmation that he needs Denji at his back when it comes time to confront the gun. It's a big turning point in their relationship, as you can probably guess.
I love that as a little detail, because you would need people like that. Like the Surveycon Legiment doesn't allow sane people in there. You know, why would you choose to go after devils? That's crazy.
Yeah, Hanji's their lieutenant, and that makes sense. Damn it,
right?
Who else is gonna champion this mad, jumping into the maws of danger?
So if you're going after a cosmic force of nature like the Gun Devil. Yes, that you need someone who can sleep in the face of demons.
Right, and might even just be by context, not even that big of a deal in this world. Like the idea that the Gun Devil was probably a freak accident of all these things lining up and then tons of people died. But the Gun Devil hasn't gotten anything since then that people are attributing to it. It's in hiding or something.
It can get worse.
It could get worse. Yeah, exactly.
And it probably will.
It probably
eventually.
Will. That's why we're telling this story.
Yep.
So all right. Great comments. We'll have a code at the end of this discussion for the next video's featured comments. Appreciate those, y'all. But without further ado, let's get into this. Ah! Here we go!
Yep.
Oh!
Oh. Okay, so it did actually chomp him. All right.
From their perspective, maybe. Ah! I'm about to be the worst pill you ever swallowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. Oh, this is wild. Ah!
Oh.
Yeah, everything's your target. Suffer with me.
Hey, you're just
Suffer,
telling me that there is a heart he can kill. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that heavy metal?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that sound design.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
What do we say about Fight Club?
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, bite them.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so it does work. Yeah.
Eating devils to gain power.
Like strawberry jam. What are we standing in, Carl?
All right, not Nanami.
Yep.
Subaru comes back eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Most
okay.
good soldiers. Yeah. It's interesting, the idea of devils fearing other devils, potentially granting them more power.
Oh, sure.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah, you gotta prepare him.
Uh-huh.
Well, then that makes it perfect that Makima gave him Denjian power. Mm-hmm. Make sure those screws are loose.
Once he's gone. Yep. We can get out of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the sane thing to do.
Wow.
You know, the more this goes on,
Uh-huh.
the more my shipper brain is like...
Hey, just go down, down, down. Whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
shit.
his head rolled back. Oh.
Okay, but he landed in the blood. That's good. Oh, nice!
Oh, very cool.
Nice!
And then I keep...
Forever and ever. Yeah.
keep going.
Uh-huh.
It's eternity. Yeah! It's a chainsaw! It's a loop! We keep this shit going all night!
That look doesn't look very sane either. This continued
For
a very,
quite a while.
very long time. They're getting bored of watching.
Yeah, all this sound is going on, just making them
Yeah.
even go crazier and crazier. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh.
And then take it one step further. Bone like crazy.
Please!
Shit.
It gave up!
Yeah, he didn't even break its spirit. He actually just beat it.
I mean, not only that, no, it did break its spirit. It presented it like, please kill me. Didn't you? You're fucking wild.
Like, I just took a huge shit. Because that's the best thing he can think of since he's still a virgin.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have any issues. What are you talking about?
Ah! Of course! They're like, fuck this!
Uh-huh.
Totally.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Little something. You know what I'm getting the vibe with the gun devil?
Yeah.
Was that it fired off pieces of itself everywhere, and that's what killed so many people.
Ah, new characters.
Mm-hmm. I want to meet the angel. I want the angel. I want to meet them so bad. Whoa.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Drinking time, drinking time.
Oh, that looks good. That looks real
It
good.
looks so good. I want some fried food now.
Yeah, he's probably never had anything this
Gyoza!
fancy.
Aw. Hey. Okay, okay. So she is coming, though.
Okay.
Hey, hey. Don't be like that. Arai's just like, this is some bullshit.
Yep. She's
That's
reasonable.
reasonable.
Yeah. She's just gonna do it right now. Oh, no, okay.
Get me a little bit, yeah, a little bit more drunk, yeah.
You know what? When you make a face like that, yeah.
Super forgiven. Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Be assertive, man. Oh, okay, don't do that.
Okay.
Okay. This guy nod, yep. If I remember right. Oh.
Keeping it manga compliant.
Oh. Also got a contract with the Fox Devil.
Oh, yeah.
Hiya, Captain! Oh,
Okay.
that's cool, that's
I like
cool.
it. Wow.
She's down bad. Wow. 8 sisters!
Wow.
Holy shit!
Well, no rest in pieces.
Wow. Holy shit!
Sugoi!
Oh. Whoa, hi! Hi! Ah! Oh.
Yeah. No. Yes.
Oh, lots of odd conveniences.
Yes, before she's even really drunk much. Oh, well, that's a challenge.
Ah, yes, the drinking party. Yes.
All right.
Horse sashimi.
Wait, what?
Wait. That can't be a thing. No.
Oh, well. Yep, definitely not human.
Oh, it's time. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh!
Oh my god!
No!
No, his first
No! Oh my god! Oh! 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 No!
No!
Oh, everything in me just no. Oh fuck! And now they're turning into something really sad.
Oh. His first kiss.
Yeah, like it was not just terrifying in general, but specifically for him.
Oh. It was also his first drink then too. Ooh, Makima's loaded.
Puking up in the bathroom. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Cool.
You just gotta
All right.
pay him back, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, hey, sorry about that shit. That was. Oh no, wait. Is she at his? Is he at her place or?
I think he might be.
Yep. Yep. Oh, damn.
Oh,
She's.
she's sitting somewhere very specific.
Oh no.
Yeah,
He is a kid. Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah. She totally likes Aki. Yeah. No pads on her. Oh boy. I love this on so many levels.
I know, but like. Of all the things to show.
Oh man.
All right.
Oh my
the
god.
Eternity
That
Devil was a
episode.
joke.
Yeah.
He just out stamina'd and out pained and out tortured this thing, and then it was like, just kill me already. Just
end my
just
suffering.
End it. 3 days
3 days.
of drinking and eating the flesh of this thing in order to juice himself back up.
He got used to swallowing disgusting things, and that became relevant for later in the episode. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That badass.
Yeah.
Badass as fuck.
Badass protagonist is badass.
Yep.
There was a very eerie moment where it said, "You are so much weaker now," thinking, "Oh, he's lost blood," but then it followed up with, "How far you have fallen, Chainsaw."
Yeah.
Which very much
talking
gave
to the
vibe
devil,
of,
not like
well, right.
Denji.
But the idea that like, oh, wait a minute, is he kind of caught in this middle ground between being a fiend and a devil hunter who has a contract with the Chainsaw Devil, you know?
Okay.
Because he kind of takes on the form of a Chainsaw Man, but is he actually closer to the fiend side of things where it's he died and that's the Pochita element? Or is it he's that, but then how did he get into potentially a contract with the Chainsaw Devil?
Well, I think because Pochita was the Chainsaw Devil, but the question is what was Pochita's backstory before meeting Denji?
Right, exactly.
Did Pochita actually used to be this terrifying, really powerful devil?
Right. There's this weird line where it's the Pochita might just be the MacGuffin to like bring this whole story into the grand sphere of things.
Sure.
But for now, he's just a precious little devil that really wanted to see Denji achieve his dreams.
Right.
And so now he's just going to follow along with him there.
Yep.
So
I love
awesome.
that the actual action of this episode was very minimal.
Minimal. Yeah.
Like
it was a foregone conclusion.
Yep, it was a foregone conclusion. The thing starts happening.
Yep.
We get some details of it. We see some ways in which, like, okay, Himeno helps him by using the ghost hand to pull the cord for him. Awesome, great move. But other than that, foregone conclusion, and then we get onto the real meat and potatoes of the episode, which is all the stuff that happens after with the party. And I really like that.
I love that.
Because those kinds of scenes are the scenes that I always wish happened more often and with greater duration in Battle Shonen. Because since they live and die by the characters and everything, having these moments where we can get to know them and care about them and stuff it's super important.
Yeah.
And this one in particular brought up some very interesting conflicts between those characters.
And a lot of it was not just conflicts. A lot of it was just they're peppered with little bits of details of the characters, kind of revealing aspects about each other and themselves. Right. So we got our notes just filled out with a whole bunch of things that were added in, like the idea of Kobeni and Arai's a little bit of their backstories and stuff, and a little bit of what they're doing and why they're doing it. And then not only that,
they were planning to leave, after that whole crazy event, because of course they would be.
Yeah, they're very new. They're rookies after all.
Yep.
But then it's not really clear, like, hey, what does this conflict lead to in terms of mortality rate? Well, it's actually really bad. It's really bad. So there's
to the point
that as well.
An icebreaker for the business party conversation is, oh yeah, no, they aren't able to be here because they're dead. You know.
They just died recently. No big deal. The Himeno focus, again, was really, really special because I think that Himeno is probably one of the more chaotic and entertaining characters in this story. And while she did kind of go into some sussy territory here,
for sure,
in that she's definitely now almost overtly using Denji as a way to get at Makima to thus kind of maybe draw a little bit of attention to the idea that Makima kind of has Aki and Denji wrapped around her finger.
Yeah, there are a few angles for this.
Oh, a few, yes.
Like
that's just the one I first thought of. Yeah,
right. There's the surface level thing from the very beginning of the kiss with tongue because hey, if you do this, then there you go. I like messing with people.
Makima's
right?
like, what's this?
Right.
What's this?
Yeah.
It's that like overly obsessed girlfriend kind of thing with the wide eyes of like, Denji.
Yep.
What's this about? Yeah.
Right.
Can you tell me? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. What's this about?
I'm curious. What are you talking about? Yeah. Which is terrifying, but also just really interesting.
It's really funny, honestly.
It's super funny because Denji is like horny on main for days,
Not thinking
and he's like
2 moves ahead at all. Like,
well, no. Let's be real. He's thinking, one move ahead, right?
Thinking exactly one move ahead. Yep.
He is playing not even checkers. He's playing tic-tac-toe. He's like, okay.
Do I lose on any of these moves?
He's like, Himeno offering a kiss with tongue. That sounds pretty damn good.
That sounds pretty good, yeah.
Wait, Makima's here.
I don't want her to see this.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the idea of her seeing this, but kiss with tongue.
I mean, he immediately backpedaled on the, nothing's going on. Oh, we're not kissing? Absolutely we are.
Right. But then it being something where then she pukes in his mouth. She pukes in his mouth. And
that is honestly traumatizing.
That is absolutely traumatizing.
Like that's the kind of shit that people have nightmares about, and is like a common fear made manifest of people like thinking about kissing. Is that kissing is honestly kind of gross when you think about it.
Oh, sure.
Well, just like any kind of intimate activity that involves liquids and saliva and
right.
shit.
It's generally kind of gross when you think about it.
But this is the worst timeline.
Worst timeline for a couple reasons.
Yeah.
She pukes in his mouth.
Yeah.
He swallows it. It's in front of everybody, not just Makima.
Right. Yeah.
And then on top of that, then while he's puking his guts out, instead of enjoying the party with everyone else, he then remembers the time when he's with Pochita and they don't have anything hardly to eat, but then he sees some, rats or whatever they were eating vomit. And he laughs at it. He's like, "Oh, those animals eating puke." But let me know what you thought about this, but I felt like there was this inferred like implication that
they were eating a sandwich, Jacob, at the time. Are you about to say that they actually ate puke themselves?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Okay, yeah, they were eating a sandwich, but the idea that there was a connection of sorts that Denji saw with himself to the rats, and maybe that's why he said it, because there were so many times when him and Pochita went hungry, you know, and to the point where he was trained, like, and they even like brought it up as a thing of Denji will eat anything that's even remotely nutritious, to the point where he doesn't spit the vomit out, he still does instinctively swallow it.
Yeah, I think that's honestly a little bit more of a like a oh god, that was the worst. It's more of a funny cut. Like it's more of a jump cut of him going from being like, what the heck, to then, oh no.
Right.
Like I think it's more just kind of the, oh god, this is the worst situation. But then for the audience, it's a comedic thing because we're switching to completely different facial expressions.
Sure, the even back then he never had to eat vomit.
It's like no, like he's like, I'm not the kind of person that swallows anything. I just didn't know what the fuck to do, and I panicked and I swallowed. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
all
the other characters having their own little kind of human lives and stuff.
Arai helping him out when he was at the toilet.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was sweet. And then our boy gets brought back to Himeno's place, which there's a couple things at play here. One, he's not doing well.
Nope.
Right? So she's at the best kind of setup here. She's bringing him back to her place to probably be like, hey, you know what?
Sorry.
I'm really sorry about that. Let me take care of you for a bit.
Yep.
And at the very least, hey, if you want, I can give you something to apologize to this.
Make up for it. To cover up the memory, of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm very sorry about that. That's the best.
Problem is, and I think that best is there.
It's totally possible.
But it's not the only thing there, which is the problem.
Right. There's other things that she's a little bit reckless. She's also, I would say, someone who's a little bit unhinged.
And she is intoxicated.
Kind of focused about that.
So
she is intoxicated, so there's an element of where her better judgment is not necessarily at play.
Yep.
And while she is asking for consent, that is great and all.
He is a minor.
He is a minor.
There's that too.
And also he is there is a power dynamic here. That's a little bit
there's the power dynamic of her essentially not
straddling him.
Not necessarily. Well, I mean, no, that's something that can just happen, but
but that's before she asks for consent. I'm just saying.
Well, okay, that's fair.
She's trying to convince him to say yes.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily go that far.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's more of the I get the feeling he's gonna say yes.
No, of course he's going to say yes.
No, right. But it's the thing, the power dynamic comes at play because yes, she's kind of sort of his superior at work, but then also if that was his first kiss and it was a bad experience for him, this would definitely be his first time having sex.
Yeah.
And he has had a track record right now of having bad experiences with his desire for sexual intimacy, conquest, whatever you want to call it, horny teenager, right? And he has had lessons given to him by people, weirdly enough, Makima being the one that actually, gave it to him verbally, right, of the lesson, right? And each experience has... Well, actually, Makima's been the most positive one, but other than that, they've been...
but also she's got her own of claws in him.
Right.
Yeah.
So now in this situation, that's
actually, he might say no. He doesn't know her that well.
No, I think he's going to.
Yeah.
I think this is the buildup, and I gotta say, I appreciate this because if you're going to have a main character where they are very much horny teenager, right? And then you put them into situations where they have the opportunity to have sex with someone, especially if the other person is straight up offering it and they're very much attracted to this person and all of those things, right? And there's not some external circumstance of some interruption bullshit or whatever that's going to come in because, well, we can't have the main character actually have this happen because that could be problematic or whatever. Instead, we have it very firmly established of why exactly Denji would say no, and if he didn't, why he would regret it afterwards. We know this as the audience. We have seen it. He just had an experience with this.
Yeah.
And that I think is going to be the reason why he's like, no. And that's great because then it shows him actually learning that, yes, while you can want boobs and kisses with tongue and
Context
sex and all of that
matters.
stuff, context matters.
Can I get a word in here for a second?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
you've been doing this for a bit. The Shinji and what's her name that he roomed with? Dynamic in NGE. In the
Yes.
This reminds me of that, basically.
Yes, absolutely.
She's drunk. Same kind of shit. It's...
One-san has had some beers and
Right. And it's I don't like it. I really just don't like it. Just personally, in general. This is the kind of thing that is like, oh, is this meant to be some kind of like fantasy for like the young boy? No, but that's like the thing is that
well, this definitely isn't a good idea. I mean, in my mind, it's hot as fuck. but not a good idea.
Right.
Like,
but like in the essence of his immaturity as a human being, he's kind of at her mercy for doing this right.
Which is exactly why the laws about not having sex with minors are a thing.
No, totally. But just the idea that like it could be something as straightforward as she's drunk, they're not going to use protection. Like that's
sure.
That's just probably what would happen if that was the case.
Yeah.
She's not going to be thinking about that. Like the kinds of things of where
if she's on top and she's drunk, pullout game isn't exactly going to happen.
Isn't
either.
actually possible.
Like maybe, but she wouldn't know when to go and all that. And
right. But then also just the idea that I'm sensing a theme or a vibe of this story where women are trying to claim Denji. And even, not really just women, people in general are trying to claim and potentially use Denji. And there's ways in which can be good. Like, maybe Aki is trying to actually just keep him alive so that he has a chance of actually killing the gun devil. Hell yeah, Aki. Sacrifice. That's great. Power just finds him really fun, so they're going to have some dynamics there.
And hey, if a kiss with tongue helps motivate you to stay alive when you're out in the field, then hey, go for it, right?
Yep.
When it comes to a situation where now it's the drunk older person, power dynamic and all that stuff, and really they might actually just be wanting to make a statement because the person that they actually like also is obsessed with the same person that you are, maybe you're going to get hurt if you do this, you know?
And yet, in the angle of where Denji is, I think there's actually you're right. There's a very real reason that the story has established as to why he will say no here, rather than going for a lot of cliches so that your protagonist doesn't have sex and then all the virgins watching can't relate to the main character.
Yeah, right, exactly, because that's usually why.
That's literally why.
And so often it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense
because the characters might even have chemistry. They're definitely attracted to each other, and it could be a perfect setup for something like that to happen, and even not mess up with their relationships with other people.
Or also for the other reason why that the characters are just generally always written to be young teens, where it's then like, okay, all right. If you did actually make them get intimate and stuff like that, that makes some kind of interesting questions about why this is
Japan, and they have different things about that than the U.S. But aside from that, I'm very fascinated to see how this ends up playing out in the next episode, because I know that there is going to be backpedaling happening, and yet it's not going to be meta backpedaling. It's going to be a character intentionally backpedaling out of this situation, and being like, whoa,
predictions. He's going to say no.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
if he doesn't,
what's your odds for him saying yes, though? I put it at like 25%.
Okay.
I think it's actually decently high.
I was going to say 20%. Yeah, I think there's a decent chance of that, because there is still the opportunity for there to be an interruption, because his friends asked about it if they know that Himeno is a bit wild, and then it's because Makima was saying, I'll take Aki and his family back home, right? Then they're like, oh, she carried him off somewhere. They might be like, hold on, we need to intervene, and then they come in and they like break it up, basically. Now, that I think is the more likely option if Denji says yes. if he
You
says...
still think it won't happen even if he says yes.
I still don't think it will happen if he says yes. But I am fascinated, and I would love to see what would happen if he did say yes and it happened. Because just in the same way that us getting to the point where we can understand why Denji would say no is a wonderful thing to have here, and especially in a battle shonen and everything, to have something where then he actually says yes and then has to deal with the consequences of that and the fact that he might prefer the barf kiss, you know, thinking back. That is also something that I think is very much like that. That would be a very good thing to have in a battle shonen, as far as, you know, lessons for a coming of age story protagonist. To learn,
I think
you know?
it doesn't really matter whether it's a battle shonen or not. I don't think that's a really important distinction to make. Really, this is
teen demographic kind of main.
But regardless of demographic, just this story in of itself, outside of genre conventions, just the idea that he's 16, nobody else is 16 in this story.
Nope.
Everybody else, they're like, whoa, that's young.
Like youngest is like, oh yeah, I'm 20.
Because they see him as a devil hunter.
Right.
And the reason why
because he's part devil and everything, right? So
no, that's not why. No, that's because Himeno is saying his secret and stuff is that, well, he's got some devil in him. Devil hunters aren't part devil. They have a contract with a devil. That's the distinction, is that he's a devil hunter in his job and stuff like that, who's actually seemingly more of a devil.
He's the not quite fiend, you know, it's something else, but similar.
Right. But in his job title, he is devil hunter.
Right.
He's partnered with power, an actual fiend devil and stuff like that. So it's that kind of thing of where they're like, oh, not only is this guy in the job where it should be more adults and stuff, like even the rookies are 4 years older than him at minimum.
But he also saved our ass in that situation back there.
Totally. But it's still just the idea of like, this even for just his crazy abilities and situation and stuff like that might still be a bit much. And that feels to me like something where they're trying to say, this is not a typical coming of age story. It is a coming of age story, but it's one where he is the fish out of water more so than the one that's going to grow up naturally into this. It's the you really don't get it, do you? It's kind of what Aki did when he beat him up in the alley, you know?
Sure.
It's you really don't understand what world you're in right now, and thus a lot of the situations he's in, he's at a disadvantage when he's not Chainsaw Man.
Exactly. And that's right. And that's where you can get all the fun character growth stuff happening, because then the conflict isn't about how strong is his devil contract, whatever thing, you know, how good are his powers,
right?
You know, no, it's about all the stuff that happens around that. Who is the person Denji, and how will he navigate this crazy world in which you have to cut a devil out from the inside for 3 days, and you have to deal with power dynamics and coworkers and you know,
throwing themselves upon you,
throwing themselves at you, and what do you do? You know,
what do you do? Yeah, I really like that this episode focused a lot on the humanity of the characters and where their humanity is different in terms of priorities and stuff. And then also just the way in which when you get just a bunch of characters sitting around drinking and having food and stuff like that, everyone just kind of acts a little bit, you know, different. Everyone's just a little bit personality and stuff like that. So it was fun. Code for this episode. Barf kiss. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The level of like heebie-jeebies that went through my body when that happened, I cannot describe to you. Like it.
Like that is a thing I've heard people describe, like not explicitly, but like specifically as like their worst nightmare.
Gotcha.
Where it's not their first kiss; it's they kiss somebody and they puke in their mouth. That sounds like something out of a horror story.
Oh yeah,
it's the
like worst anxiety dream ever kind of a thing.
Right. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a scene from like Berserk, where it's the what's his name in the eclipse when he goes to like hug the beautiful naked girl, and it's actually just a demon devil and stuff like that. It's that same kind of.
Wasn't there something kind of like that in
not
Chronicle?
Berserk. Oh.
Or maybe I'm remembering it wrong.
Oh, no, yeah.
Whereas buddies try to get him laid.
He tries to sleep with the girl, and then he pukes on her.
Right, and then that's the thing that sends him down into the depression, where then he goes, oh yeah, apex predator, I think there's something really like that. And he so completely flips, where then it's I have to hold on to the fact that I have this telekinetic power and stuff, and then, it goes into the climax of the movie.
No, that's exactly what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. A little fun connection there. But yeah, Barf Kiss is the code for this one. And thank you all so much for checking out our reaction and discussion. If you want to see the full-length timer version of the reaction, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. Any level support there gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.